U.S. Immigration Attorney Sarah Wingard from 3A Immigration. Today, we are breaking down the H-1B visa, what it is, who it's for, and how to successfully apply for one. So the H-1B is a really great option for professionals who want to live and work in the United States. The status is available to people who have been offered a professional position by a U.S. employer. Now, a bachelor's degree or higher in a related area is the minimum educational level required for the position to qualify for H-1B status, and then the H-1B employee must have this degree or a higher degree. Alrighty, so some of the more popular jobs that use the H-1B are going to be those of you in IT, computer science. A lot of engineers use the H-1B visa, and also the healthcare industry as well. But that being said, eligibility is pretty wide open on an H-1B. Now, typically, the initial duration for an H-1B visa classification is going to be 3 years, but that can then be extended for a maximum of 6 years. And as a lot of you know already, another really great thing about this visa is that it has both immigrant and non-immigrant intent. And what that means is that a lot of you can start off on an H-1B and then transition to a green card without too much trouble. Okay, so the process. Your U.S. employer will sponsor your visa, and they're going to do this by filing a petition on your behalf with USCIS, or U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Now, to kick the process off, your employer will file initial paperwork with the U.S. Department of Labor, with the DOL, and they're first going to obtain a certified labor condition application from the U.S. Department of Labor. This certification is going to provide information about the wage, about the location information of the proposed employment. After the DOL step of the process, your employer will then file an I-129, which is a petition for non-immigrant worker, with USCIS. And those forms are going to include details about the proposed job and about your qualifications. The visa application interview process. So once a petition is approved, you can apply for an H-1B visa at a U.S. consulate or an embassy in your home country. Now, this will include an interview process where you will need to provide documentation proving your eligibility for the job. A few key tips for a successful H-1B application. We're talking the DOL and USCIS, so documentation is always key. You got to make sure that all of your documents and forms are accurate and thoroughly completed. Timing is also really important on an H-1B. You need to be mindful of that H-1B cap with the timing of your application, because the demand for H-1B visas always exceeds the available quota. Which brings me to, there is an annual limit on H-1B. So the DOL is going to hold a lottery to determine who gets those visas. On to another step, preparation. You got to prepare for that visa interview. You're going to want to review possible questions that would get asked about your background, about your employer, and about your field of expertise as well. You want to be ready for the likely questions that the government could ask you about the proposed job and about why that employer wants you specifically for the position. All right, so give us a call to get started on your H-1B application. At 3A Immigration, we are here to help you and guide you throughout the entire process.